Most entrepreneurs dream big. They dream of freedom and success and making an impact with their business. But the harsh truth is 90% of businesses, they fail. So the question is, are you making the same mistakes that cause those businesses to fail? In this video, I'm going to show you how to avoid that fate. Every entrepreneur starts with a vision. You've probably felt this, like the excitement, the fire to build something incredible. But along the way, things get complicated. Maybe the profits aren't coming in as fast as you thought they should. Maybe the workload, it feels heavier than what you think you can handle. Or maybe you've hit a wall and you're unsure of what's holding you back. Well, here's the thing. Success, it doesn't just happen. It's not luck, and it's definitely not about working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's about learning from mistakes, and more importantly, avoiding the big mistakes. And in this video, we're going to break down the hidden traps that most entrepreneurs fall into and the ones that lead to failure before they even realize what happened. A lot of these aren't even what you might expect. But here's the twist. The first mistake that we'll cover may already be costing you time, money, and focus. You're here because you don't want to be another statistic, right? You want your business to thrive. And by the end of this video, you'll have the clarity to spot these mistakes and you'll have the tools to fix them. So if you're ready to take control of your success, let's dive into it. Let's start with talking about shiny object syndrome. You see, it's exciting to chase new ideas. You start your day with one plan, but by lunchtime, you've come across something that's even better. Maybe it's a new tool or a trending niche or an opportunity that seems too good to pass up. This is shiny object syndrome, and it's a silent productivity killer. At first, it feels like you're being proactive, but the catch is you're constantly switching gears, and that spreads your energy too thin. And instead of making real progress, you end up with a bunch of half-finished projects and mounting frustration. Think about it like this. Have you ever started something with a lot of excitement, only to abandon it the moment a better idea came along? That's shiny object syndrome at work. And the truth is, focus is your most valuable resource. Without it, even the best ideas can't thrive. So successful entrepreneurs don't do everything. They just do the right things consistently. So how do you know what is right for you? Well, it starts with alignment. You need to ask yourself, does this align with my long-term goals? Is this truly the best use of my time right now? And is this going to bring any significant value to my business or my customers? You see, smart entrepreneurs, they prioritize high-impact opportunities. They evaluate each idea against their goals instead of chasing whatever's shiny. The hardest part is actually learning to say no. When you turn down distractions, you actually make room for the opportunities that actually matter. But now that we've actually identified the problem, let's fix it. The key is creating a system that keeps you on track. Try this 3-step framework. Number 1 is you need to set clear goals. Define what success looks like for you. And do it based off of the year, quarter, month, week. Remember that vague goals lead to vague results. Number 2 is you should use a prioritization tool, whether it's time blocking, the Eisenhower matrix, a simple to-do list, or all three. Find a method that works for you. Number 3 is you need to review regularly. You should check your progress every week, and if something's not moving the needle, you should adjust what you're doing. The beauty of this simple system is the fact that it is simple. When you know what matters most, distractions lose their power. But focus isn't the only thing that trips up entrepreneurs. In fact, even if you master your priorities, there's another hidden trap that could derail your business entirely. That's your finances. Many entrepreneurs think they're doing well just because money is coming in. But are you actually keeping the money? We're going to tackle that next. We're going to uncover the financial mistakes that quietly destroy businesses. One of the biggest killers of business is cash flow, or rather it's the lack of cash flow. Many entrepreneurs focus on top line growth, getting more customers and closing more sales. But here's the issue. If your cash flow isn't healthy, you may find yourself unable to pay bills, unable to cover salaries, unable to invest in opportunities. And it's not uncommon for profitable businesses to fail simply because they run out of cash. So how do you know if cash flow is your problem? Well, you need to watch for these warning signs. Do you have delayed payments to vendors? Are you constantly dipping into personal savings? Or are you needing loans just to stay afloat? These are signals that you need to get serious about managing cash flow before it's too late. Here's where things get tricky. Entrepreneurs often assume that if revenue is growing, then their business is doing just fine. But there's a dangerous difference between revenue and profit. Revenue is what you bring in. Profit is what you keep after all expenses are paid. For example, imagine you land a big client that pays $50,000. Great. But if delivering the product or service costs you $40,000, then your actual profit's only $10,000. And that's before taxes, potentially overhead, other unexpected expenses. And so it could be easy to celebrate this big win, but you're actually barely keeping your head above water. So that misunderstanding leads to risky decisions, like overspending on marketing or expanding too quickly because you feel like you have more money than you actually do. Well, the solution there is to actually know your numbers. You need to track not just your revenue, but your profit, and you need to track it consistently. Now let's get practical. Managing your business finances, it doesn't have to be overwhelming. So you need to start with these 3 steps. The first step is you need to create a budget. You need to outline your expected income and expenses. You need to include everything here, your marketing, your salary you pay yourself, rent, supplies. This is going to help you plan and avoid surprises. Number 2 is you need to use financial tools like QuickBooks or any other income expense tracking software, accounting software. You can also utilize automation here, which will save time and reduce errors. Number 3 is you can actually get professional advice. So when you're in doubt, you can contact a financial advisor or an accountant, CPA. They can actually provide insights to help you make smarter decisions. But when you actually have a clear financial picture, you can make decisions with confidence. There's no more guessing or hoping that things will just work out. But finances, they're not just numbers on a spreadsheet. They're deeply connected to something else that can make or break your success. It's relationships. Think about this. How many opportunities have you missed because you didn't know the right people? Well, financial health gives you the freedom to invest in relationships, whether it's hiring a mentor, attending events, or building a team. And the stronger your network, the more you can learn, the more you can grow, and the more doors become open to you. So next, we're going to uncover why many entrepreneurs neglect networking and how fixing that can actually accelerate your success. You see, entrepreneurship, it can feel a little lonely. You're the one making the decisions, solving the problems, wearing multiple hats. It's tempting to think, if I just work harder, I'll get there. But here's the truth. No one succeeds alone. And when you isolate yourself, you limit your business in 3 of these ways. Number 1 is you miss opportunities. A conversation with the right person could actually lead to partnerships, funding, or just valuable advice. And without connections, those doors, they stay closed. Number 2 is you lose perspective. It's easy to get stuck in your own way of thinking. But networking introduces you to new ideas, new strategies, and new solutions that you may have never discovered on your own. And number 3 is you actually risk burnout. But having a support system of fellow entrepreneurs can actually be the difference between thriving or throwing in the towel. You see, every successful entrepreneur that you admire has built and relied on strong networks. The bigger your network, the bigger your opportunities. And networking is not just about adding contacts to your LinkedIn account. It's about creating meaningful relationships with people who can help you grow and who you can help in return. So let's break down the hidden benefits here. 1, access to a mentorship. Mentors are gold mines of experience. They've been where you are and can guide you through challenges. And a single piece of advice from the right mentor, well, it can actually save you months and months of struggles, possibly even years. Number 2 is collaboration and partnerships. Working with others allows you to pool your resources together. You're able to expand your reach, and you're able to tackle projects that you couldn't handle alone. So whether it's co-creating a product or cross-promoting, well, partnerships, they're game changers. Number 3 is credibility and visibility. Being connected with influential people, it boosts your reputation. And it's the difference between being unknown and being in the room where it happens. The best part is networking isn't just about what you can get. When you offer value first by sharing insights, resources, or support, you actually build trust and lay the foundation for long-term relationships. It's known as, building the well before you're thirsty. And you might be thinking, this sounds great, but where do I even start? Well, building a network, it doesn't have to be complicated. Here are 3 simple steps that you could take. 1 is attend events with purpose. These could be conferences, workshops, and meetups. They're perfect for meeting like-minded people. But don't just go there and collect business cards or hand out your business cards. Focus on having real conversations with people. Number 2 is you can actually leverage online platforms. So LinkedIn's a great, powerful tool for connecting with professionals. And you could also join other groups, whether it's LinkedIn or in Facebook. You can engage with content. Just don't be afraid to reach out to people. Number 3 is you can be proactive. You don't have to wait for opportunities to come to you. You can invite someone to coffee, or you can send a thoughtful email or volunteer to help with a project. Small actions can actually lead to very big results. So remember that networking, it's about consistency. Relationships don't happen overnight, but with time and effort, they can transform your business. The real magic, it happens when you bring your network into your larger business strategy. Financial health gives you the freedom to invest in those relationships, while those relationships give you the opportunities to grow further. It's a cycle that feeds itself. Now, I actually break down networking even more, where I talk about coaches and mentors and which one's worth your time. So if you like this video, definitely check out that video next. And I'll see you in the next video.